Good morning, students. Today discuss resources and development. Social Science Geography, Class 8, Chapter 1. And the chapter name is Resources. First we know what is resource. All the useful elements of environment which satisfy human need is called resource. It's a free gift of nature. So, resources are important for us and without resources we cannot survive. Suppose you collect a timber from a forest, but you cannot use it and it's not satisfy your needs. Then this timber is not called resource. But if you make a chair and a table from this timber and it satisfies your needs and you utilize it, then this timber will be called resource. If you look around and observe, you will be able to identify many types of resources. The water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity you use in your house, the rickshaw you use to get home from school, the textbook you use to study are all resources. Examples: soils, rivers, plants, animals, rocks, minerals, etc. all are the resources. Resources are important for survival of human beings and also maintaining the quality of life. Next, utility. Utility or usability is what which makes an object or substance a resource. Like water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable and textbook, they all have been used by us, so they have utility. Value. Value means worth or price. Some resources have economic value, some do not. Any things become resources only when they have a value. Its use or utility gives it a value. All resources have some value. Example: metals may have an economic value, but a beautiful landscape may not. But both are important and satisfy human needs. Next, what is patent? It means the exclusive right over any idea or invention. Suppose your grandmother's home remedies have no commercial value today, but if they are patented and sold by a medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Two important factors of the resources are: number one, time, and number two, technology. Technology is the application of latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. The technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy in fast flowing water into an important resource. Time and technology both are related to the needs of the people. Here, people themselves are the most important resource because their ideas, their knowledge, their inventions and also their discoveries that lead to the certain of more resources. Each discovery or invention leads to many others, like the discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking. Resources are generally classified into three parts. Number one, natural resources. Number two, human-made resources. And number three, human resources. First, what is natural resources? Resources that are drawn or collected from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. Example: the air we breathe, the water in our rivers and lakes, and the soils, minerals, all are natural resources. But many of these resources are free gift of nature and can be used directly. In some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resources. Now, natural resources can be classified in the following ways. On the basis of level of development and use, origin, stock, and distribution. On the basis of level of development and use, natural resources can be classified into two parts. Number one, actual resources. Number two, potential resources. On the basis of origin, it also can be divided into two parts. Number one, biotic resources. Number two, abiotic resources. On the basis of stock, it can be also divided into two parts. Number one, renewable resources. Number two, non-renewable resources. And last, on the basis of distribution, natural resources can be divided into two parts. Number one, ubiquitous resources, and number two, localized resources. First, on the basis of their development and use, natural resource can be classified into two groups. Number one, actual resources, and number two, potential resources. What is actual resources? Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. These resources are being used in the present. Example, the rich deposit of coal in Ruhr region of Germany, petroleum in the West Asia, and the dark soil of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra are all actual resources. Today, there are an actual resource and wind farms generate energy using windmills like in Netherlands. And you will find some in Nagarkoli in Tamil Nadu and on the Gujarat coast. Next, what is potential resources? Potential resources which are found in a region but have not been utilized are known as potential resources. These resources could be used in the future. Example, the uranium in Ladakh, wind and solar energy in Rajasthan and Gujarat, example of potential resources that could be used in the future. Number two, based on their origin, natural resource can be classified into two groups. Number one, biotic resources. Number two, abiotic resources. Biotic resources. Resources which obtained from biosphere and have life are known as biotic resources. Or on all living organisms are known as biotic resources. Like flora or plants, fauna or animals, human, fisheries, etc. Abiotic resources. All non-living things or organisms are known as abiotic resources. Like rocks, minerals like copper, iron ore, aluminium, land, etc. 3. Based on their stock, natural resources can be classified into two groups. Number one, renewable resources, and number two, non-renewable resources. Renewable resources. The resources which can be renewed by the physical or chemical processes are known as renewable resources. Example, solar energy, wind energy, soil, water, forest, wildlife, etc. But some of these are unlimited and are not affected by human activities, such as solar and wind energy. But careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, forest can affect their stock. Number two, non-renewable resources. The resources which cannot be renewed and get exhausted with their use are known as non-renewable resources. Once the stock of these resources are exhausted, then it may take thousands of years to be renewed. So we need carefully use of non-renewable resources. Example, minerals like iron ore, copper, fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, etc. Number 4. On the basis of their distribution, natural resource can be classified into two groups. Number 1, ubiquitous resources, and number 2, localized resources. What is ubiquitous resources? Resources that are found everywhere are known as ubiquitous resources. Example, the air, the solar energy, etc. Number 2, localized resources. Those resources which are found only in certain places are known as localized resources. Example, iron ore, copper, coal, etc. Because these resources found in particular region. At last, we say that the distribution of natural resources depends upon number of physical factors like terrain, climate, and altitude, and the distribution of resources is unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. Now discuss human-made resources and human resources. Sometimes natural substance becomes resources only when their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. So what is human-made resources? When people use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machineries, and vehicles, which are known as human-made resources. Technology is also a human-made resources. Next, human resources. Human beings are important components of resources because they interact with nature through technology, knowledge, and skill, and create institutions to accelerate their economic development. That is why human beings are a special resource. Education and health help in making people a valuable resources. Improving the quality of people's skill so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. Next, conservation of resources. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non-renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. So we need to conserve resources. There are many ways of conserving resources are: number 1, reducing the resource consumption. Number 2, carefully utilizing of resources. And number 3, recycling and reusing the resources. Last, sustainable development. It means development should take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generation is called sustainable development. Or balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for future is called sustainable development. Some principles of sustainable developments are: number 1, respect and care for all forms of life. Number 2, improve the quantity of human life. Number 3, conserve the earth's diversity. Number 4, minimize the depletion of natural resources. Number 5, change personal attitude and practices towards the environment. And last, enable communities to care for their own environment. So lastly, therefore, it's our duty to ensure above the principles and follow this. Thank you.